Edge of Night.
Martha?
Oh, hi, Chief.
Anything happen while I was out among the precincts?
Oh, the present status report is here. It's not in the report, but Mrs. McGrath called, too.
No? She want me to call her back?
Well, she's not in her office right now. She said she'd try later.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, you got a loose button here?
No.
Want me to sew it for you?
No, not now.
I expected you earlier. You run into trouble out among the precincts?
Oh, just the standard, just the usual. I stopped by to see Lee Pollock.
Oh, how is he?
Well, I guess he's all right, Martha. He's starting his therapy at the clinic. It's rough.
Boy, my heart sure goes out to that boy.
I know. You look a little beat yourself today.
Oh, yeah? Well, guess I am a little bit.
What's the matter, up late?
Well, I told you I had this friend of mine who's sick, and he hasn't got anybody to look after him, so...
You keep it up and you'll be sick.
Well, he needs help, and there's nobody else to give it to him.
What's the matter with the hospitals?
He hasn't got any money, no insurance.
And no friends, huh? Nobody except you. Well, he's lucky at that, Martha. Anybody's lucky that has a good friend. Who is he?
Oh, he's just somebody that I knew really a long time ago. He just came back and looked me up.
Oh, excuse me, Chief. Hiya, Martha. You have a rough night?
Yes, but I enjoyed every mad, delirious moment of it.
Oh, Chief, I thought you wanted to know that Mr. Wheeler called from Capital City.
No?
The commissioner's having an interesting and productive round of conferences, and I'm quoting now. He's all fired up about some new project.
What?
Oh, I don't know. He didn't tell me. I think he's waiting to spring it on us. Well, I'll get out of your way.
Chief Marceau's office. Oh, put her on, please. Hello?
Has he come back yet?
Yes, he has. Just a moment, please. Mrs. McGrath.
Oh. Hello?
Good to hear your voice, Bill. How are you?
Well, I've had a busy day. How about you?
Me too. I've been talking to bankers.
Oh, who won?
Too soon to tell. I've decided to expand my operation when I get the financing.
Not when, if.
I'll get it.
I believe you.
Oh, I do sound like a hard-driving female tycoon, don't I? All right, I'm inviting you to have dinner with Jerry and me, and I won't take no for an answer.
Oh, well, Liz,
I just sound like a tycoon sometimes. Jerry and I could use your company tonight. Please say yes.
Well, I'd like to, Liz, but I have a dinner date for tonight.
Oh, Bill, wait a second.
Hold on 1 minute, will you?
I didn't get a chance to tell you, but I have to break our date for tonight.
Oh. You sick, friend?
Bill, he really needs me.
All right. Liz, it appears that I don't have a date after all.
Then you'll come. We'll let you make the salad.
Good.
See you about 7? Jerry'll need that long to dress. My daughter, sir, has a crush on you.
Well, that makes us even. I've got one on her. She's a nice kid. I'll see you at 7. Well, they're going to let me make the salad.
Oh, swell. Well, listen, Chief, you make a very good salad, after all. Bill? This is great. While I'm in the process of breaking dates, I think maybe we ought to talk about the benefit. I am not sure that I can go with you.
Martha.
Now, I just think you ought to know about it now so you can make a date with somebody else.
I am not making any dates for the benefit with anybody else. Are you sure that you can't go?
Well, I'm not sure, but...
Well, all right. Let's let things go as they are. And if at the last minute it turns out that you can't make it, I'll go alone.
Oh, Bill, I don't...
No. I don't want to hear another word about it. You are going with me to the police benefit, or I'm going alone. Period.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Kellogg's Cereals, the best to you each morning from Kellogg's of Battle Creek.
Hey, hold it down there, early bird. This is your mom's morning to sleep. Okay. Breakfast is ready. Yeah, how's that? Huh? That good? Well, I could use a little myself. Let me see. have to reorganize this kitchen. Oh, Kellogg's, good morning. Yeah, da 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 dee dee. Now the milk. Oh boy. Wait. There. Now, you had your breakfast, I had mine, and your mom's getting some sleep this morning.
Put that on the mantelpiece, Cassie, and then that'll be all.
Mother, I haven't seen you go to so much fuss since you were interested in that nice man from Texas.
Oklahoma, dear.
Well, didn't you call him Tex?
Private joke.
Hey, whatever happened to old Tex?
Nothing in particular. I just decided that petroleum wasn't everything. We're still good friends.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, perhaps you're right about needing the chandelier after all.
No, Mother, I think you're right.
Hmm?
I think there'll be plenty of light if we just light the candles. Well, I'm as anxious as you are to have everything nice for him.
I could tell.
Hello?
Hello, doll. This is Davy.
Hello yourself. It's for me, Mother.
I'm leaving, dear. I'm going to finish dressing while you chatter on the phone.
Hey, you still there?
Oh, I guess so. Hey, what is it, Davy?
Well, what it is what we talked about yesterday. Will you or won't you?
What?
Go up to Riverdale with me, you know, for the races.
Oh, that. Well, I'm afraid I haven't given that much thought, Davy.
Well, suppose you give it some. In fact, I'll help you. I've got a business appointment in a couple of minutes. Look, give me an hour, then how about a couple of drinks, dinner, and maybe you're looking at some of the fun spots later on. In between time, I'll help you make up your mind to take off with me.
You talking about dinner tonight?
Well, of course, I'm
Well,
talking.
I'm terribly sorry, but I already have a dinner date.
Break it.
Oh, I couldn't possibly do that.
Who's it with?
William Marceau, the chief of police.
Oh, well, yeah, I know who he... Let your mother entertain him. You don't want to waste an evening on the old folks.
For your information, he isn't old. He's mature and frantically attractive. Now, I said I'm sorry, sweetie.
Yeah, you sound like it.
Goodbye, Davy. Oh, listen, I'm going to give your invitation a lot of thought, so call me again real soon, you hear? Goodbye.
With a simple hairdo, adorn, and your new styling brush. Rough the top gently with your styling brush and spray with Adorn. Now, smooth the top. See how it shines? Adorn never dulls. Next, feather the sides for a rounded look. Spray with Adorn and smooth it forward. It'll stay because Adorn really holds. You couldn't do this with a stiff, sticky spray, but you can do it with Adorn. The hairspray made to help you style your hair yourself.
Look, look. You get the brush, you get the styling book. They're free, free, free with self-styling Adorn, Adorn.
You'll adore Adorn.
Oh, come in. It's open.
Joey, for goodness sake, I thought sure you'd be up and around by now.
Oh, I feel terrible.
Your throat worse?
Well, it sure isn't any better. But what worries me is I kind of ache all over. I tried to get up a couple of times, but as soon as I get on my feet, my head starts spinning. I suppose I have a raging fever. I haven't eaten a thing all day.
Well, I brought you some clam chowder.
Oh, you did? Well, I'll try to eat a little of it.
Joey, you don't have any fever. If you do, it is very, very slight.
I must have. I mean, I ache all over, Martha. And this is not emotional.
I'm not saying that it's just your emotions. And anyway, listen, emotions can hurt just as bad as a broken arm.
But this isn't psychosomatic. Martha, I can't go to work tomorrow. I just can't, feeling this way. You know how I am. I can't work. I can't do anything when I'm sick. You know how I was at the sanitarium when we were there together?
Joey, you always start feeling sick when you can't face something that you don't want to do. Now, you know that.
Look, I'm not imagining this.
No? Not altogether, no. Look, Joey, you know me ever since we were patients in the sanitarium, right? Have I ever picked on you?
No. Well, if it hadn't been for you, none of those doctors paid me any attention. If it hadn't been for you, I'd still be there.
All right, then will you listen to me? Will you do as I ask you to do? Will you please forget about the past?
But how can I forget? Everybody reminds me. I haven't had one job, not one, that the guys didn't find out I'd been in an institution. I can't look them in the eyes. I mean, not when I'm sick.
Joey, don't you understand you wouldn't even start to get sick if you could take this whole thing better? You just can't let it get you down. All right, you were sick once, right. But now you have to believe that you're well.
I'm not.
Oh, Joey.
Look, I get the most terrible fits of depression, Martha. I feel like I'm something thrown on a garbage heap.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Now, maybe that's what I am. Maybe that's all I'm good for, to be thrown away and forgotten.
You are so young. You have your whole life ahead of you, Joey.
Don't you ever remember the times that you were at the sanitarium?
Yes, sometimes I do, Joey. Sometimes I do.
They're selling hands.
Step right up, ladies. Smoother, lovelier new hands for sale. Hurry, get a new pair of hands in 14 days. Switch to mild new Thrill for dishwashing. Give it the 14-day test.
I'd give anything for new hands. I remember thinking, these hands, so rough, dry. What's to lose? Must admit, Thrill does something to dishwater. Feels silky, sort of tender. Wonder if it really does anything for hands, or am I imagining it? After 14 days, I have to pinch myself. My hands are smoother. Now they whoosh through nylons. That's a new pair of hands for real.
Washing dishes with Thrill leaves hands smoother than any known dishwashing liquid. Get your new pair of hands in 14 days. Switch to new Thrill.
The first half of The Edge of Night has been brought to you by Kellogg's of Battle Creek. We'll continue with our story following station identification. And now, the second half of The Edge of Night. Brought to you by French's Mustard.
Look what's up at #1 Mustard Street.
What's a hot dog without it?
Dough.
What's a burger without it?
Absurd.
What's the flavor you miss on a ham and Swiss? French's mustard.
Spread the good word.
What's a picnic without it?
Just ants.
What's a party without it?
For the birds.
For 4 generations, the choice of the nation. French's mustard.
Spread the good word.
And here's another good word from French's. In Idaho, French's team of potato experts keeps a careful watch on the fields where Idaho potatoes grow, cradled in a valley, nourished by gentle rainfall and warming sun. The white meat Idahos they select and put into this package are the fluffiest mashed potatoes you ever tasted. They're French's. Try them. In the package with a big Idaho potato on the front.
Mashed potato from French's. The people famous for flavor.
Trouble finding the place?
No? Why?
I was waiting. There's an envelope on the seat there. The money Mr. Zimmerman sent you was in the envelope. You know, for a guy who's in a hurry, you waste an awful lot of time.
What did you say?
You heard me, Captain. Next time, don't keep me waiting or I'll have to complain to Mr. Zimmerman.
Give me a light, Junior.
Hmm?
You heard me.
You can light it yourself, Captain.
Okay.
That's a C note.
You can include that when you complain to Zimmerman. You can take that and tell him to frame it. You can tell him I think his errand boy is a nuisance, and I don't do business with errand boys. And you can tell him goodbye for me.
Now, wait a minute. Now, come on. Wait a minute. What's the matter, Captain? Can't you take a joke?
I'm in a hurry. I don't joke with errand boys.
Well, excuse me, Captain. I'm sorry. I apologize. Come on, now, take it, will you? Come on, pal. Look, you and me, we don't have to scrap all the time. After all, we're in on the same deal.
I deal with Zimmerman.
Okay, but get it through your head, I'm not just an errand boy. Oh, I can prove that, pal. You know, I know some things about your side of the street that you don't even know. Things about your boss.
What things?
Where he is, who he's with, what he's doing and why. You interested?
Go on.
I've got the inside track to some personal information about your boss. As a matter of fact, I happen to know that he's having a cozy little dinner with the McGraths, mother and daughter, right now.
So?
You're not interested?
Not too.
Okay, next time I do pick up something interesting, I won't bother to pass it along.
You know the girl?
That's my business. Yeah.
I want everything you pick up, understand?
I guess so.
Now light this. Give a message for me, will you? Tell him he owes me another 100. The matches.
Liz, that roast was really wonderful.
Thank you, sir. The salad complimented it beautifully.
It was the best salad I ever had in my whole life.
Darling, you sound all of 12 years old.
Mommy, my daughter Judy. She always pays me extravagant compliments whenever she wants me to do something for her. You know, every now and then, whenever I'm lucky enough to have a moment like this, I realize how much I've missed. You know, Judy was very young when her mother died.
Yes, I know. You told me.
Like some more coffee, Bill?
No, no, thank you.
If you'll excuse me, I'm afraid I have a business call to make.
Oh?
I'll be as quick as I can.
Of course.
Meanwhile, it's evident that Jerry wants something from you, so I'll leave her a clear field.
All right.
It's true. I do want something from you. I want you to like me. I mean, I want you to go on liking me. Oh, it meant so much for me, for you to believe that I didn't steal that money from the store. But if you knew the real truth about me, I don't think you could. Go on liking me, I mean.
Our story continues after this message.
Nesty's the tea.
For real iced tea with teapot flavor.
Turn on the tap.
Ah, teapot flavor. Fast.
As you can say,
Iced tea.
Finest orange pekoe teas, captured in 100% pure tea crystals that come alive with teapot flavor instantly in cold tap water. Add ice and you've got it made. Iced Nest tea with the golden color and teapot flavor only Nest tea gives. Serve it iced. Serve it often. It's so refreshing. So inexpensive, too. Iced Nest tea costs just about a penny a glass.
Nesty's the tea.
For real iced tea with teapot flavor.
Turn on the tap.
Ah, teapot flavor. Fast.
As you can say,
Iced tea.
Get Nest tea in the jar with the cool green label.
I hate to admit it, but Mother was right. I do feel very young and very awkward.
Well, you look very young, Jerry, but not awkward.
Don't believe everything you see. I was really going to talk to you about some very important things when we were alone.
Well, we're alone.
Yeah, and here I am with my foot in my mouth. When Mother told me that you were coming for dinner, well, the first thing I thought of was how nice it would be to see you again and sit and talk to you. I can almost hear Mother now. If you have something to say, Jerry, just come right out and say it.
Well, that can be good advice.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, first of all, I want to thank you again.
Why, Jerry?
Well, I can never really thank you enough for believing that I didn't steal that money. And I've wanted to ask you, well, I need to know why you trusted me when everybody else, including my mother, thought that I took it.
You didn't seem to be the criminal type. You didn't arouse my policeman's suspicions.
No, Anna, I'm asking a serious question.
I am serious. I don't joke about my work. As I said, you just didn't appear to be the type.
Well, what type am I?
Oh, let's talk about you, hmm?
Well, yes.
All right, you struck me as being a very nice, very intelligent young lady.
Intelligent?
Yes, very intelligent, very personable, very likable young girl who I am sure will someday make an equally charming woman.
You make me sound like a demure young thing in a midi blouse.
No, I hardly see you that way, Jerry.
Well, I hope not. Because if you did, you'd be disappointed in me. And I'd be disappointed in you.
Oh?
In the shrewd understanding I think you have, you see me as anything but demure, anything but innocent. And it's the truth. You know, I love to gamble.
Yes, so I've heard.
And I like to drink, sometimes a lot. Well, and I certainly haven't lived my life in a convent. As a matter of fact,
Yes.
Well, I can tell you that I deserve my reputation. I can tell you why Mother's so worried and what kind of a girl I really am. At least sometimes.
I know already.
Well, you only think you do. No, I really deserve my reputation. See, the fact is, I've been thinking very seriously of taking a trip, going to the races with a man for several days and nights.
But you haven't gone.
Well, no, not yet. But as I said, I'm very seriously thinking about it.
Well, you think about it. Think about it very good, Jerry. Use your head. You know, you don't have to tell me all these things, Jerry, to stimulate my interest in you. And you don't have to do things like this to prove to me that you need sympathetic understanding. You need it. I know you need it. And you need it without proving it. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Would you pass me the sugar, please?
There are so many things I could say about New Improved Tide, but it would just fill a book because I'm sold on it.
Mrs. Marsh didn't know Tide's cameras were hidden behind the wall in this laundrette, where we invited her to discuss Improved Tide. Listen to some of her frank remarks.
My 5-year-old has just started kindergarten. They're teaching them songs where they bounce up and down on the floor, and every petticoat she has comes home just black. Couldn't come any cleaner. Then we have the 12-year-olds, and the fronts of the blouses come home with black marks all down the front, but they're very clean. When I'm taking the clothes down off the line, I put them up against my face and smell them. The New Improved Tide has fragrance that smells nice and fresh.
You've seen the ladies in those Tide commercials.
Yes, I have. I've enjoyed them because everything they've said has been true, and I've experienced it all myself.
Yes, it is true. Improved Tide adds new freshness to the cleanest wash you can get.
Tune in again tomorrow for The Edge of Night, created by Irving Vendig. This portion of The Edge of Night has been brought to you by French's, the people famous for flavor. The preceding program was pre-recorded. This is Harry Kramer inviting you to join us each weekday afternoon for The Edge of Night.